is Nancy Felton, and I'm the President and CEO of the Greater Palm Bay Chamber of Commerce. And I want to welcome all of you here to this event today. This is a phenomenal turnout, and we're thrilled with the response. At this time, I ask you all to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll have all the mayors start us off on this. So we'll wait till everyone's up. So this is our 6th annual Mayor's Breakfast, and I can absolutely say without a doubt this is the biggest one we've ever had. We were very pleased to have the event started at the Holiday Inn Express with Puneet Kapoor. So we appreciate all that he did to really build this up, and we just knew this year we had outgrown that place. We had 78 people last year, and now we have over 200 people. So still looking for that convention center in Palm Bay to be built so we can be there next year. And so we're very excited. And I just want to thank Jose Luis Rivera Villamana. Long name. He is actually videotaping this for us today. We realized that this is a pretty phenomenal event, I think very unique, and so we wanted to capture some of it on video. So all the mayors have graciously said it's okay. And so we'll see some of that on YouTube. And for those of you that are following us, the Palm Bay Chamber Facebook page is pretty phenomenal. We are really trying to capture all the great things that we're doing, so check that out. And if you haven't liked us on Facebook, please do check in. And normally at this time, we go on to the event and tell you about our events at the end, but by the end of the event, everybody wants to leave, and then you won't hear of all the fabulous things the Chamber is actually doing. So this is my update on what's happening at the Chamber. A few highlights. Actually, we have next month, June 1st, is our keynote speaker, Desmond Blackburn, who is here, the Brevard Superintendent of Schools. He'll be giving us an update on what's happening with the Brevard County Schools. Then on June 6th, we've added a meetup. We're actually just want to have fun. So it's Broken Barrel. It's June 6th, so 6/6 at 6 p.m. So just come out. You don't have to sign up for anything. We'll just be there. June 15th is our speed networking. Yesterday we had our second webinar that we've ever done on perfecting your elevator pitch. So you should have it perfected by June 15th, because that is our speed networking. If you want to meet a lot of people, short period of time, it's kind of card bombing, but then you get to follow up with people after. It's a great way to meet a lot of people very quickly. We've actually started something new, I think, for a chamber. We're doing a mastermind. A lot of chambers have leads clubs. Those are great. It's a great way to get leads. But if you really want help on your business, to focus specifically on your business, a mastermind is perfect, because you have 10 to 12 people in the group that are committed to helping your business grow. There is an application process. There is a huge commitment. It's not expensive. It's $25, but it is a time commitment. So we want to make sure that we have the right people in that group that will continue to participate. So on June 16th, you can get all the details. We do have our calendar on the front desk, so you'll see all of this. But once again, we have another webinar coming up on the 21st, and that's about strategic partnerships and how to make very good strategic partnerships that are beneficial for everyone. And then we have our entrepreneurial breakfast on June 29th with Debbie Good. She's the partner at Carr Riggs and Ingram. If you've never done Myers-Briggs or the DISC program, I know a lot of the big organizations do that, but this is called True Colors, and it's your relational style. It's how you are most comfortable relating to other people. So if you're a salesperson, and we all are, just so you know, we are all salespeople, whether we're selling ourselves or a product. It's good to know the people that you're approaching, so what kind of style they are, because I think you all know if you're the outgoing, family-oriented person, if somebody gets right down to business, you're not comfortable. You want to talk about the dogs and the kids and the family and what's gone on, whereas if you're gold and task-oriented, you do not want to hear any of that. You just want to know the facts and get to it. If you're the orange, you want to be the life of the party and woohoo, and the facts don't really count as much, and you want to have fun, so the sales pitch better be a good, fun event. And then if you're green, you might be the engineer who needs a million facts before you can ever make a decision, and then ask for a million more, and then a year later you make your decision. So, but it's good to know those things. So come out on the 29th, like I said, that's True Colors, and it's going to be at the Holiday Inn Express on Malabar Road. And I think that was it. So now I am going to welcome up our presenting sponsor, Health First. We have Andrew Weintraub. He is the Vice President of Sales and Business Development with Health First Health Plans.
Thank you. All excited about insurance, huh? So, first I'd like to, on behalf of Health First, thank the Palm Bay Chamber, the entire team from the Chamber for putting together a really engaging program, and for our speakers and dignitaries. Thank you very much. And in fact, to get to the program, what I'd like to do is just give my time back to the program, and everyone have a great morning, and see you afterwards. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm PK, the chairman of the board of directors for Greater Palm Bay Chamber of Commerce, and I'd like to invite Geo to be our coordinator, presenter, everything for today. Thank you, Geo.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Geo Roberto. I'm now CEO of Roper & Partners, Public Relations. I got a promotion. Thank you very much. Anyhow, anybody who's not an elected official here tonight? Okay. Or this morning, I should say. It's like, wow. Everybody's here. I don't know if Nancy invited me here because I'm such a government geek and I love to be involved, or because I was a bouncer for Brassy's nightclub back in the 80s. And she knows I can contain a crowd if need be, so but we're going to do this upright. It is really great to be here today. Thank you so much, Nancy, for having me. Truly an honor to be around, really, the brain trust of Brevard County is here. So it is a great opportunity, and so everybody hang on tight. We've got a great presentation to do. We are going to allow each of our mayors 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Nancy has the timer. And so if you are approaching that, she'll give you like you want to give them just a 1 minute, warning. Give them the finger, Nancy, and in the kindest possible way, bless your heart. All those southern sayings we're going to use this morning to keep me in mind. We will go by, and so that nobody feels that, why didn't we go alphabetically by name? We're going to go alphabetically by community. So I think this is going to work out very well. Like I said, you have 5 minutes. Update us on what's going on in your wonderful towns, villages, and cities. Let us know what's going, anything on the horizon, and just give us everything you got. Be exciting. Then I won't even do the tell jokes thing. Please humor us. So first of all, we're going to start off with Bob Hogue. He is the mayor of Cape Canaveral. Bob?
Good morning, and thanks for having me here. I love the crowd. I got my notes here, so I don't hopefully forget nothing. I'm Bob Hogue, mayor of Cape Canaveral. I've only been mayor since November, but I've been on the board almost 20 years, off and on, serving the city on the council, and I've been on the board prior to that. But anyway, enough of myself, but we got a lot going on in that little town. Y'all walk through there. We're underway with a new city hall, approximately 17,000 square feet, and that should be occupied by April next year, hopefully. North Atlantic streetscape, we're redoing that complete street from the port all the way up to...
Get the mic closer to you.
We're doing North Atlantic just like we did Ridgewood Avenue along the ocean. It'll be streetscapes, sign verbiage for different attractions and so forth. New lighting, solar lighting, which we went into on Ridgewood, it's working great. We also have a new park north of Manatee Park, which we utilize that so much we decided we're going to do another one up on the river north of there. And we just completed the pavilion and all the catwalk, the kayaking. We got a kayaking launching. We're out for bid right now on a bocce ball court. We're going to have a 9-hole putting green up there. So we're into the park business pretty heavy. We're also trying to work a deal with the county on Cherry Down Park, which the county has been trying to offer it. But we got a few gates we got to work out. Into our Indian River Lagoon, which I'm a very big fan of, wastewater, stormwater, and so forth. That's kind of my field where I look at. We just completed a new 2.5 million gallon storage tank for our reuse facilities. We're now at a capacity of 4.5 million a day that we can store. We got refurbished 2 lift stations. We moved one completely from the right-of-way of the street out into our park, Manatee Park. We kind of camouflaged that in a corner. So that was quite an expensive move, a lift station plus refurb, one completed. So we're doing a lot to help the lagoon in our city. Means we're right on the lagoon, between the ocean and the lagoon. We're also replacing all of our stormwater collectors where the infalls go. We're replacing those with what they call a type C collector that traps all the debris from the street before it even gets into the system. And we're doing those like 4, 6, 8 at a time along the roads. We're also going to be doing a complete infiltration system of our ballpark. The whole community ballpark, the whole complex will be dismantled after Little League season. And we are going to put in an infiltration system under the ball field that will probably take 30 to 40 acres of storm water and put it back into the ground instead of the outfalls into the river. We're also upgrading our outfalls. We got 3 in the budget this coming year to upgrade the outfalls going into the IRC to what they call a 3rd generation outfall. It's going to collect the oils off the road. It already collects the debris, but now we're getting into the road waste, fertilizers, grass clippings, and all that stuff. We're going to do 3 a year. That was my demand, is one of my goals for the city is to do 3 of those a year. And we got that in our budget this year to do 3 outfalls. I'd like to see them all get closed off and do a reuse system. That's my goal before I leave this year. And also, Florida Paralympic, I just talked with Bert, he's here today. And I want to thank Bert personally for the hardening of all the system along A1A and back along our Ocean Beach Boulevard. We're getting rid of the wood poles little by little, and I'm thankful to Florida Paralympic. And we also had them heavily involved in our new lift station move. We had to run a home primary service for that to the lift station, which they did in a very expedient time for us. And that's about my report. The city's going so fast I can't keep up with it. Hopefully it just keeps going. Thanks a lot.